Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Oxyotl, Lizardmen, Chaos Invading, you know the whole intro by now. And we have some good news. First and foremost, the reinforcements for this settlement have arrived, meaning that the enemy forces are now in trouble, and the hero has joined the army as well. So we are definitely onto something with all of this, right? 89 income, effectively speaking 0, right? And unfortunately, we have to go in this direction and fight an enemy that I'm not looking forward to fighting. But what can you do about it? Right. Okay, now I don't want to sally out and fight these guys, not really, but you gotta... Okay, bit of a strategic hint for this. Right, strategic hint from a guy that's at war with like 70 different Chaos factions. Look, there's something called entertainment value and roleplay. It's not just doing the optimum thing, and this is definitely it. This is making me, like, this whole situation is making me invested in this campaign 10 times more than I would be otherwise. So it's really situations like that that are the, you know, the good stuff when it comes to campaigns like this. And I'm definitely loving it. So, first and foremost, I think we can pretty safely ignore most of this. I mean, yeah, right? The question is, am I at war with the Tormentors? No. Yes, okay, I'm all over the place. First and foremost, I wanted to check that really quickly before I forget. First problem, holding this, right? So you need the army, you need the defenses up, etc., etc. Second problem, getting overwhelmed. It is not uncommon for the AI to send 2 or 3 full stacks, sort of in a conga line, behind one another to attack you, if they see that you're well fortified in a particular location. If they do that, you need to isolate those stacks and fight them one by one. Sometimes it's not exactly possible. It is with lightning strike, and there are ways around it, of course, but oftentimes what's going to happen, especially in situations like this where you're at war with like 6 or 7 different factions over here, is they're going to send 2 or 3 armies, but belonging to different factions. The longer you let them linger around your province, the higher the chance that another army walks in and doubles the problem, right? Because you're now fighting 2 at a time instead of 1. So you really have to eliminate these as quickly as possible. Right now I'm going to wait for replenishment and probably wait for a little bit more troops or something like that over here to, you know, get all of those things done. And I reckon I should probably get the Slan Mage involved in this fight as soon as possible as well, but for that we're going to need more economy from this direction. But anyways, as I was saying, you're going to want to get rid of them as quickly as possible and stop them from teaming up on you, essentially. Makes sense? Makes sense. Alright, good. Next, we have a visual on the Tomb King. Yeah. Okay, that's not ideal. It's 2 armies, but hopefully they split up between a variety of enemies that they have to face. They won't. Okay, tell you what. They're probably going to die next turn, so might as well get a little bit of money out of them. That's one thing, and I'm going to talk over the end turn, I believe, for this. So yeah, you can see we have 2 missions. One is 7 turns, while the other one is 4 turns, and the enemy will get permanent bonuses, and here they're going to summon a new Brayherd. Boo-hoo. What's the problem with this? I don't want to attack them and declare war on them, because if I do, they're going to target me. And, yeah, I know it's the other side of the map, and it's probably going to take them, like, upwards of 50 turns to get to me. But they're going to send an army, because we're at war. And I don't really need to be picking fights with people on the opposite side of the fricking planet. I know it's not a planet, but you know what I mean, like on the polar opposite end of the map, while I still have problems of my own back at home. Matter of fact, I don't like fighting someone that's, you know, a million miles away, period, in this game, because they will find ways to get to you and attack you where you least expect it. Yeah, I'm not a fan, right? Not a fan. And so, if the punishment isn't too severe for ignoring those missions, I kind of prefer to just ignore them. If that makes any sense, you know? And, we're off again, turn 32. The Zinch faction has been destroyed, they just attrition themselves into non-existence. Fair is fair, I suppose, and these guys are moving away from me now. I mean, I'm alright with that. It gives me more time to summon units, more time to build up the economy, get more construction done, etc, etc. Yeah, all things considered, I'm alright with them moving off. Now, we have to fight the Tomb Kings. We need this stuff. We need their lands. Horrible as that might sound. Yeah. That's good. Yeah, that's good. And just auto-resolve. Occupy. We have the Alabaster Tower. Pick up the level up trait. What do we pick up as our level up trait? What does Life Bloom actually give me? Affects all units in range. When casting a spell, replenishes HP. That's good. That really is good. Alright, we can grab that. And then the army will be not at full strength, but close enough to full strength next turn. We can get going afterwards, but look at the economy. 700 plus just from taking this one place. This is 450. And it came with economy building and a growth building. It's pretty much perfect. It's exactly what we needed, but yeah, like that. Growing the economy this way is going to be vital for our survival. And now, how much am I getting next turn? Another 40, so I can definitely afford to wait to 150 to get more, well, we have more stuff, but what kind of stuff is the question? Probably like some frontline troops, Temple, Croxigors, something along those lines. Blessed Salamander is 300. Not bad. And then a Blessed Ancient staggered on. I don't know, man. Those can be incredibly nasty. We can also grab some of the regiments of renown for this army too. I think that would be sensible, but yeah, for now you're just sitting there. No rights to perform, and these visions are going to stay the same, which is alright. Okay, ready to go. Next turn. Not through the end turn yet, but the Ogre Kingdoms are approaching me with a trade offer. Now, I don't know where they are, which makes things a little bit more difficult for me. But they are at war with a couple of factions. Nah, you know what? No, we can always get that trade agreement later. I'm probably going to be very aggressive westwards, so I don't want to sign too many treaties. Plus, I kind of am really fond of this whole minimal diplomacy approach that I have going. Oh, we're only halfway through the turn. Alright, let's skip that. Good news. Nothing happened. I mean, quite literally nothing. There's one Tomb King army over here, and they're definitely going to attack. What is this? Cape, whatever. Yeah, they're definitely going to take it. And there's a human army over here. Again, that's also good. They're going to keep them distracted. Meanwhile, with the largest movement speed, again, I keep calling it movement speed, with the largest movement range known to the universe, I can just hop between settlements and continue growing my country, growing my economy. All that good stuff. Without any problems. Because, I mean, look at that, right? I definitely want the ambush success chance, because with the special ambush stance as well, we can definitely use that. Also, definitely it is apparently my favorite word now. I apologize. But jokes aside... Yeah. Things are quiet over here. Okay. I am more than happy with the way things are panning out. We will get a whole other province, probably without much, without too much fuss. And yeah, look at this. These guys can't reach any of the settlements in time. So I'm probably going to take this one and leave the capital for last, because I don't think they're going to be able to assault the capital. No, at level 4 it's going to be difficult for them. Yeah. Okay, good. And as far as visions are concerned, again, don't really want to bother with either of those two. So far, so good. Next. What can I say? We're very lucky currently. I mean, that's pretty much all that's going on right now. We are getting raided this way, which is, you know, subpar, but outside of that, not much is happening. Tomb Kings are ignoring me. Humans have effed off in their own direction somewhere. Honestly, things could not be going any better. Okay. I need to get rid of this banner, I think. Yeah, it's for fighting Skaven. We don't really need it. And on top of that, I don't really need buffs for fighting Skaven either. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this, replace it with something else, and the growth buildings can stay for a little while, because I need to accumulate growth, but not a long time. And then... I like the blessed spawning stuff, I do. But then again, I like all of this. Construction cost goes down for all buildings. Yeah, we'll go with that for now. Yeah. 220. Spawning pool thingamajigs. Not a lot of money to invest into some higher tier stuff, though. Like the geomantic pylons and locusts and stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit delayed. Let's get one more of these. That's 100. And then I have another 100 to spend on something else. I gotta get blessed Chameleon Skinks. Because I need to reinforce this army one way or another. Just need units inside it more so than anything else. I don't need a specific combination of things. I mean, it's helpful, don't get me wrong, for future fights, but for now, just that will do. And we're really just picking off the poor Tomb Kings over here. We can save up the rest of the money for upgrades. More substantial upgrades, that is, next turn. Oh! Before I forget, Slant Mage. We'll switch next turn and we'll disband this guy. And off we go. I mean, these are very short and brief turns. They last shorter than... Or they last less than the end turn timers. All the other factions take their turns, but what can I do? It's going well. Matter of fact, it's going really well. I do apologise, I just realised I may have unpaused the recording there for a second while the turn timer was still going, or the end turn was still going. And the reason was I was alt-tabbed, I was typing something. Matter of fact, I was getting a YouTube video ready, if you can believe that. So, yeah, I do apologise for that. Now, let's get rid of this guy. We don't need him. And then... It's fine. I mean, it's not. It's horrible, but it's fine. We'll deal with it. Hold on, give me a second. Did I miss something down here? No. Alright, good. Libadas is very poorly defended, so we're just going to take it. Occupy. Awesome, and province secured, the City of Scholars. First and foremost, let's get a thing going. I think it's going to be growth, right? Yeah, we're going to need rapid growth here to bring it up to snuff, as they say. And then Here's the thing, I need the scrying pod. Yeah, I need the scrying pod eventually. Well, there's going to be another economic city and province, rather, obviously. And the really good thing is we only need one economic province. The rest, late game, we can take care of it via sacred recruiting pool thingamajig. And if not, sorry, and if not that, then we'll have one province where we can recruit stuff. We don't need more. So our economy should be, despite its current issues, relatively okay in the future. I mean, of course, it's having issues where we've almost 2 full armies with a bunch of really powerful stuff. But I am glad that I'm being left alone this way. That's it's nice to see. Okay, how's control doing in all of these places? When control is above 50, I get less upkeep for blessed units. Wait, so I get 15% reduced upkeep for blessed units. When control is 50 or more, I get another 15% blessed upkeep? It doesn't say, unfortunately, it doesn't say whether it's in the region or in the province or faction-wide. Like, it doesn't say either way. But maybe I can figure it out. Oh, it's faction-wide, alright. It is faction-wide, unless the Blessed Skinks have a default upkeep that's lower than the regular Chameleon Skinks. Which is possible. They do have different stats and all that. Fairly different stats at that, but yeah, I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. So I gotta say, I'm quite impressed. On to the next one. On to turn 36. Man, we're just flying past all of these turns if you think about it. Really no problem whatsoever. Another minor task for us to do. But before we get around to it... Wait, what the hell happened over here? Tilia rebels took over. Really? I mean, makes my job easier. Alright. Move out, I guess. And obviously, as quickly as possible, reinvest the money from the end of the turn back into this economy of ours. This is really annoying, man. This is one of the most annoying things in the game. It's annoyed me since it's conceptually been introduced. God knows when. Okay, it's insane how far he can march with Force March. It really is. It's absolute insanity. Look at that. All the way over. Christ almighty, that's almost 2 whole regions that he just went across, like decent sized regions as well. Christ. Alright, awesome, but I mean outside of that I don't really have anything else to do this turn. So yeah. Moving on. Maybe we can get a skink chief. Out of curiosity, what do you... I can't know until I recruit him. Alright. Fine. You have assassinate, right? Yes, you do. Okay, good. You're going to be our agent over here, and having the arrogant trait is also... I'll save you for later. Having the arrogant trait is also pretty awesome to have him just as an agent going around doing things. That's useful. Right, next turn. Turn 37. The Gragamugar clan's been destroyed. Wasn't it destroyed like a minute ago? And Serpent's Haram has been destroyed. Well, only about 20 turns over the time limit that I needed it to be actually destroyed, but, you know, who cares? Okay. Game crashed. Ha! Well, luckily I have autosaves and everything, so that's not a problem, but I genuinely never saw that before. I think this is the first time I had a crash with this mod loadout and try again. I think it's the first time I had a crash with this set of mods and everything. Yeah. Oh well. Let's get back into it. And we're back. There you go. I do apologize for the sudden jump cuts, but they are a pain to edit if I was gonna, you know, do like a quick little transition between all of them, so I decided to just keep it simple and keep it moving quickly as I can. Well, let's just say it has both its upsides and its downsides, and leave it at that. I'm gonna go to ambush stance and hopefully catch High Queen Khalida here next turn. And that'll be lovely if we can actually do that. As far as Tekken's concerned, we now have something to think about. Trade tariffs is not bad. Tradable resources is not bad. Capital construction cost goes down. That's also good. I reckon... I don't know, honestly. We could start buffing our units, but problem is these aren't particularly huge buffs. Well, I mean, 10% weapon strength and melee attack is not bad, but I have such a large variety of units in every army that it's going to take a while to buff them to any significant degree. Let's get this spawning stuff, I think. Recruitment rank for all units and more spawning sequences is always welcome, in my modest opinion. Get this to level 2, and we save up on the rest. I already moved out the agent. He's going to have his work cut out for him in this direction. And then we just save up on everything else, I think. Now, probably wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to put down, like, lookout here. Because what's the alternative? The alternative is I put down a stonemaker. Nah, I'm not making too much money out of this province. I mean, I am, but you know, so and so. I don't need control. Yeah, I'll put a skink lookout here just in case I need to withdraw from here into a backup position. I think that's a smart idea, but not enough money for it yet, obviously.
No, not this.
Right, let's see if we can take out Khalida, and then we will move on to the Empire, starting with Volkmar the Grim, and then Rupert over here, and oh, I nearly forgot to mention this. I do have the mod that gives the Empire new troops. So, as you can see, they have those Gallow Dogs and Daith Guard. etc., etc. Gives them more of a, I don't know how to put it, it's like a steampunk-esque vibe with, you know, black powder and everything, and ultimately the lake tier units are kind of mechanized, larger units, but nothing too futuristic, you know. It is really good. I mean, they have steam tanks in the base game. I think it makes sense. It's a refresher for the Empire roster, and I really like some of those units. Although, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, a lot of them are very underpowered. They are. But hey. Okay, we failed to ambush. Oh, sorry, no, quite the opposite. The enemy failed to spot your ambush. Attack now, and the element of surprise will give you the upper hand. And that is exactly what we need. Hell yeah, we're going to attack. It's going to be our battle for this episode, and I mean, we've gone through God knows how many turns without any real excitement. Here's our opportunity to do something really insane. Wipe out the Tomb Kings. In a couple of seconds, basically, if we time the ambush correctly and really get in there. I mean, most of their troops are very low level in the front lines, then a couple of archers we can get rid of. The cavalry's really weak, all 4 units of it. Now, really, the Scorpion and the Giant, whatever it's called, they're the Bone Giant, yeah. They're the only ones with any real power in this army, so yeah. Tell you what, I like this angle of approach. We can attack from the forest as well if need be, but I like this angle of approach the most. So let's see. I need the ones with the bowlers to attack probably the infantry down here. So, tell you what, you can go there. And then I need you to attack the Bone Giant. Or maybe the Necropolis Knights. No, you're going to attack the Necropolis Knights. That's going to be your thing. And then the cavalry, I'm going to put in the... Well, I can put them in the rear, but I want to put them a bit more to the side. Because the cavalry is going to go after the catapult and the horse archers. And then the Stegodons I can just ram into their, like... Well, I don't want to ram them into the spearmen because they are anti-large. Let's ram them into the enemy horses as well. Saurus infantry. Pretty much gonna attack head-on. And then these guys are gonna attack from the forest. Chameleon Skinks are going to attack behind the Saurus infantry. Skink cohorts with javelins are gonna attack from this direction, maybe? No, that's not particularly great. This direction, maybe. Vulnerable to cavalry over here. Let's go over here instead. Okay, Sacred Croxagores. Or a frontline troop. You can be over here as well. And then all I'm missing is the hero, who will target the Queen, and you will also get in there and fight those guys. Now, where's the Bone Giant? That's my only worry. There it is. Okay, what do we have that's going to fight the Bone Giant? Not much. I mean, we have the guys up here, and I guess these two can attack the Bone Giant. Not the best idea, but it's the one we have. So, let's begin. Go after skeleton horse archers, go after the catapult. Actually, go after the catapult, you go after those archers. Maybe we can catch the other archers in the meantime. You are attacking them. You are attacking the infantry. You are just going to move up. You are all just going to move up. You are going to move up. You two are just going to move up for now. And I'm not committing these guys either. Let's see how... Oops, sorry, forgot about the Croxagores. Get in there as well. Not committing those guys either. Okay, so far so good. The Screaming Catapult is dead. These guys are... I mean, I just wiped out that unit. Oh my god, and then these guys are taking a whole heap of damage as well. Good lord. Alright. So far, excellent. You need to attack her. You need to attack her as well, but first and foremost, cast that. Good. And then that'll bring you out. Guys with the bowlers can attack that way. You can attack the horse archers. Piercing, not a problem. Okay, I have one of my cavalry units fighting the bone giant. It's not ideal, but it's not terrible either, you know? Like, it's just alright, I would say. We can start healing some of our troops as well. Don't see a reason why not. And tell you what you can do. Move out like this so you can drop those bombs on the enemy. I mean, you could do the same. Let's see how this goes. The Lich Priest is gone, by the way, already. Take a look at those bombs. Oh, that was nasty. Don't know what that... Who's doing that? That's also a bit... You know, dare I say it, rude. Well, we are wiping the floor with them. I want to take out this cluster of units here next. That'll do. I'm hitting my troops over here a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, the cavalry can take out the bone giant, which is hilarious. It really is. They can just kill the bone giant, no questions asked. Take out those Necropolis Knights, and you can fire on that concentration of troops. Healing needed here. Damage needed there. Let's move you this way. I mean, we really are doing amazing work. We've just wiped the floor with them. Enemy lord's dead. That's army losses. One unit took a bit of a pounding, and it's the Saurus Warriors again, which is, you know, sort of what they've been bred to do, but... oh, God, my voice. Sort of what they've been bred to do in many ways, but, yeah, like I said, in just a couple of seconds, absolutely wiped off the face of the earth, just crumbled the entire army, folded them in half, look at that. And the Bone Giant, they're never getting back. The Catapult, they're never getting back. The Necropolis Knights are also gone forever. The Hero is... yeah, it's probably decent in terms of XP at this point. That's also gone. Holy moly. Okay, what was the damage like on Oxyotl? 3,000. Yeah, it's alright. It's important damage, but the Blessed Horned ones... I have been converted. right? I thought they would act as a regular cavalry unit that's a little bit tougher, like heavy cavalry unit. But their ability to go toe to toe against a bone giant and just not take any damage and, you know, neutralize it as a threat after taking out like 1 or 2 enemy units to begin with. My god, man. It's a massacre. Holy hell. Alright, I can take the replenishment, but I don't really need it. I need the money. Matter of fact, I desperately need the money. Yep, there you go. They're going to try and rebuild immediately, but they're not going to be able to, even if I let them rebuild for a few turns. They're not putting up an army of similar quality anytime soon. God, that was good. Alright, let's skip through the other 200 factions taking their turns, and we'll come back to take that settlement properly. My turn to play. Oh, I didn't see this. Khalida the Never-Living. Defeated High Queen Khalida. Diplomatic relations plus 30 with the vampire counts. Recruitment rank plus 2 for missile units. That's interesting. Fighting against multiple victories against Tomb Kings is plus 5 leadership against them. Also not overly interesting. They did increase the number of traits a single character can hold significantly. It's still not unlimited, but you're going to have a really hard time getting to the limit. Almost to the point of no traits limit mod being outdated. Thing is, though, it's not. There is... I really wanted to talk about this for a while. There is something about having the peace of mind, not having to think about it, and not having to go into, alright, how many traits does he have? That's, okay, it's this many. Okay, that's still nowhere near the, whatever the limit is, like 60 or 80 or whatever it is now. It's something ridiculously high, but it's the peace of mind that really, for me, is the most important thing. Like, I can just focus on making my character the most overpowered lizard there has ever been, and I don't have to think about, okay, well, I don't want to get this trait, I don't want to get this legendary lord defeated trait because I'm gonna be over the limit or whatever. Like, no, just who cares? Grab everything. Okay, faction destroyed. We now have this. We're gonna have replenishment. We can also grab the fell cargo, because it's really close. Probably a good chunk of money waiting for us there. Well, I mean, at least I'm hoping, right? And then we can move you out as well. 7,000 gold from that fight. 7,000, ladies and gents. That is no small deal. Okay, now the question is, what do I invest the 7,000 that I have in? I think reducing the upkeep is definitely going to be up there in terms of importance. Get this to level 2. Get this to level 2, definitely. And then the money building or the port building? Let's go with the port. Get even more growth in the capital region. Alright, so that means
you have a proposal? We are willing to hear it.
that the next
Chosen of Sigma. Tyrant!
line of business is going to be deciding who we fight
What? The
to the west. It's probably going to be Volkmar the Grim, because on paper he's pretty strong. In reality, not so much. He has armies scattered all over the place. He's raiding me, the bastard. I understand he doesn't realize it's mine because I just took it, but still, he's raiding me, the bastard. Yeah. Problem is, this army is a bit close to some of my settlements. And my garrisons aren't all that great, so... yeah. But I'm hoping that's not going to be a problem. I'm also going to get new versions of the old ones soon, so I don't really have to attack him immediately. I will have other things to do, which will give me great benefits. 355 spawning sequences, by the way, means we could now grab a Blessed Ancient Stegodon. Or an Ancient Salamander. Or both. Both is also good. Well, we can't grab both right now, but you know what I mean. Like, eventually, we can grab both too. Both is good. I kind of want the Temple Guard, though. Maybe it's a waste. It is a bit of a waste, isn't it? Now, let's get the Ancient Stegodon instead. Yeah, let's get the Stegodon, because the Temple Guard I can sort of kind of recruit here relatively soon. Wow, relatively. It's gonna take like a few dozen to... Well, a few dozen? Let's see. 4 6 turns, and then another 5, and then I need to get there, and then I need the money. Yeah, I'm not wrong. Like maybe 15 to 20 turns from now I can start recruiting them. Depending on how I spend my money, but that's still not bad. Ancient Stegodons is going to be considerably longer. Okay, these guys have 0 settlements.
Yes?
And somehow they're still alive.
I am ready to parley. I hope your words...
Okay. How are they alive?
By the comet.
Why are they not losing... You know what, I don't even want to know. Alright, next turn. And tell you what, this is where we're going to cut it off. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please do remember to like, subscribe down below if you enjoyed the video, and want to stay tuned with the rest of the series and the rest of the content I produce here on the channel. My name is Juggernaut. I'm having a lot of fun with this, I can't lie. Around the halfway point, I think I really started to have a... Well, I really started to have doubts about whether we're going to be able to make it and get ourselves out of that slump in the Immaterium over there in the lands of the Plague Lord. But we managed to pull out and sort of focus our attention elsewhere and really get this campaign rolling, and we're just going to continue in that same spirit, I suppose. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, like I said. See you next time. Have fun, take care, and bye-bye.